Hey everybody, it's your girl Coco Kitten Bruja here, and we shaking shit up. If you guys have been following me across my platforms, you know that I normally have a podcast, and I would do a segment called Tipsy Tarot Tuesday. Well, obviously it's not Tuesday, but we're gonna get into some Tipsy Tarot. I have my nice little drink here. No, this is not red wine. This, again, if you follow the podcast, you know you guys know I'm good for mom cocktails, right? What is a mom cocktail? It is literally me using whatever's in my kitchen and throwing alcohol in there. So for this particular one, I have a Kool-Aid jammer. I have mixed berry simply juice. I have pomegranate juice. And I also have tequila. It is amazing. This was full. I have been pre-gaming, so you know it's about to get a little wild, a little crazy. But yeah, let me, by the way, hold on one second. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I have already tapped into collective energy, and I'm going to clear the energy with a little bit of sound. I'm going to spray my ever popular intuition spray from Beautiful Brews Alchemy Intention line. And then we're going to start slinging some cards, right? All right, let's get into it. First, I'm going to back the camera up just a little bit right there. You guys know I use this entire space. So let's go ahead and do the thing. This particular reading is definitely going to be for the Capricorn full moon, which is the last super moon of the year. It is also sextile Jupiter, which is in retrograde. And I know that is a lot going on. However, y'all know me, I'm all about securing the bag. And this is definitely a full moon that is going to come with, you know, a whole lot of prosperity, good fortune, all of that fun stuff. But most importantly, optimism, which, you know, we don't do toxic positivity around here. We are human. We are souls having a human experience. So we also experience all emotions. However, having the right state of mind aligns you to everything that you want. You guys know how I am about manifesting. So this full moon is definitely going to associate with, you know, success, prosperity, honesty, and just really taking a closer look at who you are on a spiritual level. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into it. Right now, I am playing, if you guys can hear it in the background, 741 hertz for emotional and spiritual detox. I will link the description to that binaural beats in the description, as well as all of the decks that I am using. All right, let's go ahead and get going. Now, while I am shuffling, I will ask that you guys do your breath work. For my babies who are new here, breath work is simply taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose, inhaling all of our higher vibrating energies, holding it in our solar plexus, in our tummy nice and tight, holding it for 3 seconds, and then exhaling through the mouth, releasing all lower vibrating energies, right? So let's go ahead and get that going. We don't want to spray it in my drink. And let's do this. So while I am shuffling, go ahead and start doing that breath work. I'm gonna take a sip first. Ooh, yes. Nice and tequila'd up. And we are going to get started. I will be using new decks. You will start to see the deck reviews posting tomorrow. It is definitely time to get back into giving you guys some looks at all of the amazing decks that are out there. I have missed doing my deck review, so definitely look out for those starting tomorrow. This is the Vox Arcana, the voice of tarot, which I gotta be honest, sometimes is a little hard to shuffle. All right. So we're coming out of Mercury retrograde. You guys can't blame Mercury for your ex calling you or talking to you no more. I understand we are now in the shadow phase of that retrograde, but it's over. It's time to get back to business. It is time to understand that everything that has been dismantled over the past 3 weeks was for your own good, was for your highest good, and that it is now a time of new beginnings in the aftermath of whatever tower moment may or may not have happened during retrograde. I highly recommend you guys take a spiritual bath. It could be something as simple as just standing in the shower and asking spirit to wash away any negativity. It could be as elaborate as your your spiritual bath rituals that you put in the tub, all of that fun stuff. I highly recommend a spiritual bath at this time. When we start talking, I'll get into, Jupiter going retrograde and all of that fun stuff later. But right now, soak up this full moon energy and really just kind of focus on your alignment. Focus on where you want your energy to flow the most over these next couple of weeks, before the next new moon. Okay. Some of you are dealing with things that it's almost like you're holding on to things that don't belong to you. And this spiritual cleanse, the spiritual bath will definitely help remove the energy that you're holding on to that is really just not meant for you. So we have the Death card, appropriate. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. I normally do 7, but Spirit gave me 6. I'm okay with that. And the bottom of the deck being the Four of Cups. One second, guys. So it's kind of like what I was saying while I was shuffling. Mercury retrograde did a number on a lot of us. And the fact that this super moon is coming right after Mercury goes direct it's not even surprising at this point, because this Death card, it brings newness with it. We had to let a lot of shit go during Mercury retrograde. Things that have been a long time coming. When we start talking about the Eight of Cups, some of you needed to, a lot of shit needed to fall in order for you guys to finally stand up and be on your own, to be independent. That's what I'm getting from this Nine of Pentacles. Like, you wouldn't be able to stand on your own if this tower moment hadn't happened, if the retrograde hadn't pulled things away from you and caused the chaos. It's almost like the shining star amongst the storm clouds, right? And I really feel like this retrograde, despite coming out of it scarred, beaten, and feeling like you have to fight so much, a lot of you guys are coming out of it with this sense of, I don't want to say adventure, because when we, start talking about the Page of Swords, you're talking about going on adventures and braving new trails. But you guys know me and butterflies, right? I'm looking at this Page of Swords. The Page of Swords with this butterfly here. It's almost like you guys are coming out more independent. You guys are gaining your wings to fly, because we have the eagle here and then we have the butterfly here. So it's like all of this retrograde energy, all of this dismantling, this destruction. I'm surprised the Tower card didn't come out. All of this was needed. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little under the weather, but all of this stuff was needed to really just hone in on what's coming ahead, what's forward. Some of you guys are holding on to it. Some of you guys are in a state of just disarray because you weren't ready for this. You weren't ready to end things. You weren't ready to let go of what was comfortable. But what's on the other side of that, this independence, this, when we talk about the Nine of Pentacles, normally we talk about financial independence, you know, understanding, having a sense of freedom. But what I'm getting from this particular reading is more so about mental independence. Some of you guys are holding on to people, places, and things because you don't want to deal and you don't want to heal. Bars. But you don't want to deal with the issues that you have when it comes to your attachments to these nouns, when it comes to the attachments to the feelings that you have. And this Eight of Cups is telling you, you can sit there and collect bones all day, but it's not taking you anywhere. When you sit up there and collect bones and collect dead things, you know what they say, you are what, you know, you are your product of your environment. So if you're holding on to dead things, holding on to dead relationships, holding on to dead partnerships, all of these different things, if you're holding on to things that have been dead for however amount of time, you're not allowing yourself to grow because you're holding on to death. And you're going to start to decay unless you walk away from it. I feel like I have to just let y'all sit with that right now. If you keep death around you, you'll start to decay. Period. So this Page of Swords is like, yo, it's time for you to allow these things to happen so you can blaze new trails and you can go forward with a sense of curiosity, spreading your wings and soaring, because this Four of Wands is all about, it's about celebration. You have to allow yourself to grow. Like when you look at this Eight of Cups, again, talking about all of this death, but what do you see on this Four of Wands? You see love. You see flourish. You see bloom. You see growth. You see newness, right? Celebration. There's no death in this card. The Four of Wands is the epitome of life. It is stability. It is love. It is celebration. It is life. You can't get to this Four of Wands energy when you're stuck in the middle of decay, right? The Five of Wands, I always feel like, you know, the Five of Wands can be interpreted so many different ways when we talk about competition with others, when we talk about just the need to fight for something. In this particular case, I definitely feel like it's an internal thing. It's definitely an internal fight because the fire is behind her. She's heating herself up. If you're looking forward with all of this fire behind you, how can you control it? How can you make sure you don't get burned, right? I feel like this is very much an internal thing. Like, we have to take advantage of this full moon, and we have to understand that because this full moon happened right after Mercury retrograde, it's for a reason. It's time to remove what is now dead so you can focus on the prosperity. You can focus on the abundance of love, of beauty, of harmony, of joy. That's what this is about. Because some of you are so stuck on holding on to the past, you're creating a world that you can't see the forest for the trees. Like, you have all of these spilled cups because you're so focused on somebody else's cup, which I actually like this Four of Cups card for this particular deck, because normally the focus is on these cups, not realizing that somebody's trying to hand you a cup. I feel like in this particular case, this feels really relationship heavy. this feels very relationship heavy. Some of you guys are standing in your own way because you don't know how to let go of the past. But I feel like because you're looking at somebody else's empty cup, wishing it was yours, you don't see all of these cups flowing out, ready to be given to you, ready to be poured into you. Which one of these cups need to be your own damn cup. But, you know, we're not going to get into that. I feel like for a lot of you, this is relationship wise, and not even just, you know, romantic relationships. I am definitely the type of person where I treat all of my relationships equally. Of course, romantic partners, there's an element to it that, you know, is not added to my platonic relationships, but I take all of my relationships seriously, and I hold them all pretty much to the same standard. And when we have dead friendships, dead relationships, and we try to hold on to them, it causes decay. You're holding on to dead things. Stop holding on to dead things. I feel like that's going to be the theme of this particular reading. Let me take another sip. Tequila is so good. Okay. Let's keep pulling. I got a few decks over here, y'all, and I'm going to use all of them. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle. Okay, these cards are a little sticky. I feel myself adjusting as I shuffle. Okay. Oh, this tequila got me hot, y'all. I'm over here sweating. That cup looks dark, but there's a whole lot of tequila in there. Okay, some of y'all, look, don't text them back. Don't do it. Sometimes the retrograde comes around just to see if you're still ridiculous. See if you're going to fall victim. Don't do it. We are not in retrograde anymore. You can't blame retrograde for texting them back. Don't do it. Some of y'all are thinking about investing in things that have burned you already, and I'm not even talking about relationships at this point. We're talking about business opportunities, all kind of stuff. If the person felt shady to begin with, they gonna keep being shady. Ooh. Between this liquor and this full moon energy, I'm lit right now, y'all. Can I get one more, Spirit? Spirit said, hell no. All right. So we have Summoning Power, Harvest. Oh, these cards are gorgeous. Friendship, and Sacred Breath and Sound. These are new cards for me. I'm going to read them intuitively, but if I feel like I need to pull from the book, I will do so. Bottom of the deck is Power Over Difficulty. So this first card says Summoning Power, Instinct, Intellect, and Control. I definitely feel like, especially with it being a 4 card, there's a lot of 4 energy. Oh my God. There's 4s everywhere. So we had the 4 of Wands, we got the 4, 44, and 14. And then we ended up with 10. Guys, there is so much stability and foundation building that needs to happen, or that you guys are seeking, but you're blocking your own, you're in your own way. you are in your own way. Summoning power, instinct, intellect, control, understanding how to control your emotions, and understanding how to tap into your true intuition. I implore you guys. I might even put the link in the description. There is a podcast episode that I did that talks about how you know when it's your intuition and how you know when it's your ego. And I feel a lot of you guys are living in a space of ego, which is where your anxiety, your depression, your fear is living. You have to have the instincts and intellect to understand when to separate the two. When to recognize that this is my ego that's causing me to overshare. This is my ego that's causing me to feel entitled. That's a huge one. That is a huge one. Your ego will often cause you to feel entitled to other nouns when you just need to take a hard look at yourself. It is my ego that is causing a lot of the things that make me feel like a victim. Learning how to control that, learning how to control your own intuition and lean into it, right? Like I was saying, when it comes to this full moon leaving Mercury retrograde and with Jupiter going into retrograde, this is about prosperity. This is about blessings. This is about abundance. And as always, abundance is going to look like different things to different people. Prosperity, we know that's about good fortune. That's about money. That's about the bag. But abundance could be anything. Abundance can be love. Abundance can be an abundance of puppies. You can have an abundance of it. I don't know who's asking for an abundance of puppies, but it could be an abundance of anything. That was very, very specific. Who wants puppies? Or somebody's about to get a whole bunch of puppies. If you have a dog that's pregnant, I hope you're ready, because it's going to have a whole lot of puppies. Yes. So be on the lookout for that. Some of you really are just looking for friendship. And I know that's very, well, obviously, duh, that's what the card says. But the thing about it is, you are holding on to, when you're holding on to death, you can't allow life to enter. And some of you guys are blocking your tribe. You're blocking your soul tribe from entering your life because you're holding on to things. You're just holding on to things that aren't serving you. And I hate using such trendy, sayings, but it's the truth. This whole string of astrological events is literally to clear out what's not working so that spirit can infuse it with everything that you actually want. Problem is, some of y'all don't know what you want. That's a whole nother story. Which I guess is not when we look at the 10 card, because it says sacred breath and sound, life force and communication. How are you breathing life into yourself when you are surrounded by decay? I'm going to say that again. How are you bringing life into yourself when you are surrounded by decay? You can't. You can't commune with yourself. You can't commune with spirit. You can't get spiritually fed by life force when you are sitting in the middle of decay. You can't. And a lot of you are, a lot of y'all got beat the fuck up by Mercury retrograde. That's just it. It is what it is, And the reason why is because you won't let go. I will fully admit that I've been getting my ass beat since March. And things kind of finally came to a head during Mercury retrograde. And I'm very, very thankful for it because I understand where I need to go from here. I don't ever want you guys to think that when I do these collectives that I'm not dragging myself. It's always hashtag self-drag. But in this particular case, there's a lot of you out there who are getting energetically slammed up against the wall in the refrigerator because y'all holding on to shit that you need to let go of. For dear life, you're holding on to things. Like, some of y'all are metaphorically going to sleep with a dead raccoon every day, wondering why there's, you know, bacteria everywhere, there's germs everywhere, because you are literally holding on to dead shit. And like, I hate being that guy, but we gonna be that guy today. Bottom of the deck says power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. Exactly. This 9 of Pentacles, this 8 of Cups is literally telling you to let go and reclaim your freedom. Reclaiming your power. Call your fucking power back to you. Call it back. It's yours. It's yours. Stop giving your power away to people who will never have the capacity to wield it. Nobody should be able to take your power from you. Nobody. There's not a soul on this planet who is powerful enough to wield your power like you. That's why it is your power. Now, I understand that sovereignty is something that is not everybody's cup of tea. Should be, but it's not. Whatever. But no matter what path you're on, your power is yours and yours alone. Call your power back, right? Now, before I pull the next tarot deck, I am actually going to talk about this Jupiter retrograde. This retrograde is, excuse me, don't mind me, y'all. This retrograde is all about the bag, right? Y'all know me. Y'all know one of my things is the money, prosperity, consciousness, speaking prosperity into your life daily, having that money mindset daily. So we're gonna pull a layer. Words are starting to be not a thing. We're gonna keep pushing anyway. There's a lot of tequila in that cup. I'm gonna pull a layer with my deck, secure the bag. Now y'all, if that damn card comes out, I swear, y'all see me shuffle this deck every time, and I promise you there's only one kind of card that looks like that. But if that deck comes out again, I'm for real ready to fight somebody. Because for weeks, I've been telling y'all that sovereignty over solicitation, we got to cut that shit out. So I better not see that card. I've been on break. I've been on break for quite a while. Y'all got y'all stuff together now. And again, the links to all of these decks will be in the description, and the link to all of my money alignment products will also be in the description. I also offer a financial relationship reading just to kind of get in tune with what your current alignment is with money and how you can either stay the course or course correct. So holla at your girl. All right. When it comes to this Jupiter retrograde, start burning your candles. If you have my money alignment oil, simply put a little dollop on a tea light and burn it. Put it a little drop in your wallet. You can put it on a small little handkerchief to keep in your purse. I have a money alignment candle you can use. I got all kind of stuff. If you don't want to get my products, which is fine, I love you anyway. looking at different crystals, there's crystals you can get. There is simply wearing prosperity colors, cooking with Italian seasoning, pumpkin spice seasoning. Those are all quick and easy ways to draw abundance into you. There's tons of different things that you guys can do. I'm gonna keep it quick with just 3 little cards from the deck. Make it make sense. Change your tone to change your wallet, and tired and depleted. So when we talk about making it make sense, for a lot of you, it's almost like your finances aren't really on the forefront of your mind, which is fine. You know, it's absolutely fine. But if you're not going to focus on finances, you also can't complain, right? Because complaining does nothing but make you move backwards. So when we talk about making it make sense, when things don't add up, just go back to the basics, right? Whether that is doing ritual work, whether it is that is, you know, speaking affirmations over yourself, going back and budgeting. There's so many different things that you can make where you can make prosperity consciousness tangible. There's physical things that you can do to help pull your alignment back to the right course, right? When we talk about changing your tone to change your wallet, that is, broke is a B word to me. You are cursing at me when you use that word. So you have to start changing your tone. Change the way you speak over yourself, over your finances. Really shifting your vocabulary, understanding your affirmations. Affirmations are so powerful. Those that know me personally know that words are so important to me. Words mean things, you know, and how we use them. Everything we say is pretty much a spell, you know, or a ritual. So you always want to use your words wisely and ensure that you are always speaking life over yourself, right? Creating a place of prosperity, even in your home. Some of you are in a place where you're almost at the point of desperation, and I implore you to come back. Come back to the basics. Come back to making it make sense. I will fully admit that I even had a point in time where things were rough for me. I was at a point where, you know, I started doubting myself, and I immediately course corrected. I immediately came back and said, you know what, it's time to make it make sense. It's time to get back to the basics, because this is not who I am, right? Change your tone to change your wallet. When we talk about tired and depleted, it kind of goes hand in hand with understanding that you're going to have bad days. Even the multi-millionaire, billionaire, whoever, there's always days where you just get burned out, you know? I know you guys, especially my babies that's been riding with me from the beginning, you guys have seen such a huge change in my consistency over the past few months because I was tired and depleted. I burned myself out to the point where I couldn't pull cards for myself. I have no problems, you know, doing readings for you guys. It is something that I love. It is my passion to offer readings for you guys, and I have no problem reading it to accuracy. But when I pulled cards for myself, they didn't dance like they normally do. When I pull tarot, the cards dance. I see things moving for my clients, for you guys on my channel when it comes to the collective, and they didn't move for me personally. And it was because I was burned out. I was tired. I needed a reset. I needed a tower moment. And boy, did I get a couple. So when we talk about being tired and depleted, some of you guys are literally self-sacrificing with no benefit except that the other person feels good, whether that's mentally, physically, financially. Listen here, when it comes to your finances, you can be a blessing from the overflow. And I know that's not gonna, everybody's not going to agree with that. But if you can't take care of yourself, it's very hard to help others when you can't take care of yourself. And when you give, hoping to get it back, you're just creating more problems for yourself. Me, I like being a blessing where I don't have to worry about needing that money back, as it should be. Because when you're pouring from an empty cup, when you're giving when you don't have what you need for yourself, that leaves everybody starving. Right? When we talk about helping hands at the bottom here, it's okay to need help. It is okay to ask somebody for help. It's not okay to become dependent on that help, but it's definitely okay. Some of you guys are sitting in a situation to where you might be holding on to dead weight financially, and you're too prideful to ask for help. You're living above your means and you're too prideful to ask for help, to downsize, because you are embarrassed. And honestly, embarrassment is what keeps a lot of people broke. Embarrassment is what keeps a lot of people stuck in their situation. We've all fucked up. We've all made bad decisions. And we've all had to live with the consequences of our bad decisions. We're human. Nobody's mistake is above another's. You know, unless you eat blue cheese, because that's a mistake that I can't get with. Anyway, it's okay to ask for help. Ask for help. Just don't become dependent on it. So this is my financial advice when we talk about this Jupiter retrograde, when we start talking about the bag. These are ways that we're going to secure this bag. Again, make sure you're doing your rituals. You have until October 18th while Jupiter is in retrograde. Take this time, grab your crystals, do your rituals. If that's not your bag, speak affirmations, speak wealth into your life, speak wealth into your wallet. Put more money oil on your bills. Like, do what you need to do to keep that momentum going and holding on the energy of Jupiter retrograde. Oh my God. We gonna get through this, y'all, because words are not wording anymore. Let's keep going with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I figured I'd give y'all kind of long one since it's been a while. And we gonna just address everything. I love the string of astrological events happening right now, because it feels so sequential, like to have Mercury retrograde, you know, causing all of this chaos, showing you what needs to go, what needs to be removed, removing the dead energy. Because Spirit is literally telling you, like, hey, with this Capricorn full moon, if you can clear out all the shit that happened over through Mercury retrograde, we are more than happy to usher in new levels of spirituality, you know, happiness and success. And then Jupiter retrograde comes in and like, yeah, and I got the bag. Come get it, you know? So it's so much energy in the air right now. Take advantage of it, guys. Like, even if you watch my channel and you're not all super witchy and you don't do the rituals and all of that stuff, literally sitting there saying, I am open to receive any and all for my highest good. That's it. I am open to receive any and all for my highest good. Put that in the comments if you receive that. It's as simple as making that declaration. As a sovereign being, I know when I'm not compelled to do rituals, when I'm not compelled to, do all of these other things, simply making the affirmation, simply making the declaration that I want this is enough. When you have enough intent behind it, right? Spirit act like they don't want to give me any jumpers on this one. That's cool, Spirit. Oh, see, playing. All right. This is too much. This is too much. Y'all gonna have me talking for an hour and a half. You know what? Fuck it. We doing it. We got Justice. We got the King of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have Strength. And we have the Four of Swords. It's a lot of shit going on. I'm not going to break it down card by card. I'm not, because I'm getting hotter and I'm getting drunker. Overall, I feel like this is the result of letting the dead energy go, right? When we start talking about the King of Pentacles, the longevity of balancing things out, because the King of Pentacles is between Justice and the Six of Swords. There's a lot of air energy here. I feel like my air signs, I'm getting that this is a nod to you guys to really just hone in on doing what's best for you. But at the same time, we also have the bottom of the deck being the Queen of Pentacles. Also a nod to money, to finances, understanding how to make your money grow and build legacies. And as I always say, my readings can be for the grandiose, as far as investments have come in and now you find yourself with all these hundreds of $1,000s and understanding how to build a legacy. Or it could simply be you having a business idea that you start to cultivate, and then now it turns into something that gives you a legacy. At the end of the day, understanding that it takes balance, it takes work, and it takes ingenuity to really get ahead, right? When we talk about this, it's just this top row, really sitting with yourself and understanding like, hey, if I want something that's going to last, I need to find the balance, meaning I have to let go of the dead weight and open myself up to life. And sometimes that takes you just sitting down and giving yourself a new perspective on how to do that. That takes healing. That takes processing hurt and pain and suffering and really pushing through, because the Queen of Wands is about that action. She's about flourishing, and she's about making things bloom, right? Taking all of this ingenuity and all of this forward thinking and applying it, putting it to use to where you can see the fruits of your labor. Between the Two of Pentacles, the Strength, and the Four of Swords, this is not going to be an easy task. It's going to take rest. It's going to take rejuvenation. It is going to take you understanding, again, how to balance everything that you have going on, and know that when it comes down to it, you will have success after the storm. You will be able to bring life back into your world after removing the death. Excuse me. When we understand this need for rest, where this Four of Swords is loud as shit right now. Like, I'm seeing all of these feathers falling, moving for me. And it's almost as if the bird is it molting? I think the word is molting, where the feathers start to fall so new feathers can come in. I feel like this is the period that a lot of you guys are in. You're molting. You are you have to let go of the dead feathers. Let the feathers fall and rest so the new feathers can grow in. And again, just like that first layer, you can take flight. You can let your wings guide you to where you need to go. It's going to take balance. It's going to take work. It's going to take rest. But above all, you are going to have to let go of the dead weight. Right? I'm going to keep drinking. Let y'all sit with that for a minute. Why is there so much tequila at the bottom? Oh, goodness. Okay. Whew. Woo, boy. I'm going to get through it, y'all. We got one more deck. Oh, my God. I just realized this entire time that I blew my incense out when I was shuffling the first deck. Wow. All right, let's keep pushing. The theme is releasing dead weight, right? Mercury came through busting out the microwave in micro braids to shake everything up, to remove the dead weight, right? That being said, I'm going to pull from one more deck and see if I can get some more specifically channeled messages. This particular deck, the Z108 deck, if you guys checked out my Zodiac videos, which I will be doing at the top of the month again, you will know these are very detailed, straightforward cards that also have messages for certain zodiac signs. So we're going to see who all pops up and see what exactly the message is for those individuals. Okay. So we got quite a bit going on here. So we have Libras showing up here. We have Scorpio. We have Virgo. We have Cancer. We have air signs in general. We have Aries in the building. We have a card with Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. I want to say those are the muted signs. I'm pretty bad at that, guys, and this tequila is not helping. And then we have a general time frame of within a few weeks. So the people that I called out, I feel like these particular instances are very much pointed at you guys. And this is all things that are happening within the next few weeks. So when we talk about Libra, we have the ostrich trap. This is definitely a call to healing. This is something that is unavoidable. You are going to have to face everything that is either your responsibility or it is time to finally get the healing that you need from any hurt that's been happening with other people. It is time to change your mindset. It is time to understand that it's time to pull your head out your ass, basically. And it's time to step into your truth. It's time to grow. It's time to remove all of these fear-based belief systems, right? Because everything that's on this card, this is definitely like, hey, this is some shit that's time. It's time to end this, right? It's time to stop avoiding what's there. And I feel like with all of this string of astrological events. It says within a few weeks. I feel like that's the culmination. Like, this is something that's been happening, and within a few weeks you'll understand that you are in a better place because you decided to grow, and that this will all be over in a few weeks, right? For my Scorpios, it is time to reevaluate your friendships and understand who your tribe is. It's definitely time to work on yourself in order to be open to healthier friendships. I definitely feel like going out and meeting new people is something that comes naturally to you. But I will say it's definitely something that you want to make sure that you are doing from a healthy place. Like, you're not holding on to the dead weight of other things, and that you are processing and holding yourself accountable for everything that's happened. When we talk about Virgos, we have the handcuff card. It says control, defenseless, target, handicap, held back. I feel like for my Virgo babies, it's definitely time to call your power back. You guys have given your power away. Some of you are in relationships where you thought it was going to work out, and now you feel like you're trapped. But I definitely feel like now is the time to, especially with all of this energy happening, to call your power back, to call back your true nature, because these cuffs are weighing you down, and you can't be the person that you want to be because of it. For my Cancers, it is time to realize just who you are. You are such a dynamic person, but it's almost as if you don't want to come across as cocky. You don't want to come across as being boastful, but you shield yourself so much that even if you let yourself out just a little bit, you'd be surprised at just how inspiring you are just by being yourself. Open up and allow yourself to be seen, right? You're going to be given an opportunity to do that. Don't shy away from it. Don't feel like, don't let imposter syndrome get to you. That's my advice, Cancers. For my air signs, and I definitely feel like this coincides with this Libra card, it's time to be rational about what's going on. I would say that you guys kind of have the tendency to be cold, abrupt, calculated, critical. That's fine. But my suggestion for my air signs is not to hold back, Be rational about be rational. Why do I keep saying rational? Words aren't wording anymore, guys. Be rational about how you approach situations. However, it is time for you guys to really step up and express not only your needs, but express your expectations of people, and express your boundaries. That is the word that I've been looking for. Boundaries. My air signs, it's time to establish and enforce boundaries. For my Aries babies, it is a time of celebration for you. There's going to be definitely a lot of reasons to celebrate, to turn up, to get your tequila popping. It is a time of recognition for you. But also, I'm getting that you should also take the time to recognize others. There are people in your life, Aries, that have been down for you since day one, and they may be feeling a little neglected. So make sure you're taking time to give flowers to those people in your life who are there for you, even when you don't ask them to, right? For my, I want to say muted signs. This is the baby card. Some of y'all running around here knocked up. Somebody shot the club up. I don't know who it is, but somebody's walking around here with a baby in the oven. I suggest y'all go take a test. But at the same time, oh, it's cardinal signs. That's what it is. Thanks, Tequila. We're also talking about new beginnings, fresh starts, right? It's all here. We all know what babies mean. Babies mean growth. Babies mean potential. Babies mean new beginnings. And for my cardinal signs, there are definitely new beginnings on the horizons. When we talk about just all of the astrological events that have happened and have taken place, it is time to step into them. It is time to be open to them. It is time to let spirit know, hey, I have done the work. I have let go of all of this shit that wasn't for me. I am now open to receive it all. Right? I know I've been talking for a long ass time because my binaural beats just ended. Anyway, last but not least, all of these things are either wrapping up or will be happening over the next few weeks. I want you guys to pay attention to everything going on. For the final little zhuzh for my Aquarius babies, we are talking about breaking free, right? Traveling, but just having that freedom, that liberation, that, letting go and leaving what no longer serves you, traveling and walking away, right? Which is what we talked about in that very first layer. That's all I have. I've been talking for almost a goddamn hour. I'm gonna go ahead and down this right quick. Almost done. Now, with that being said, I'm probably going to go pass out somewhere. I love y'all. Please let me know how you feel about this reading in the comments. I'm sorry it was so long. Y'all know I normally don't like talking this long, but it is what it is. We had a good time. Hit me up at the website if you'd like to book your reading. Everything you guys need will be in the description. I can't word anymore. I love y'all. Sending y'all tons of love and light. Until next time, I'm drunk. Peace.